Hi, John Jeffries again, licensed locksmith and Vice Chair of North Carolina Locksmith Licensing Board. Thank you for tuning into the board's YouTube channel. In this episode, I would like to discuss the Locksmith Licensing Act in North Carolina and why it's so important to use a licensed locksmith when you're in need of lock and key services. You may be surprised to learn that not everyone offering locksmith services needs a license. This isn't a decision the board made, it's the way the law was written by the North Carolina legislature 25 years ago. So let's break it down. First, let's talk about some exemptions from the licensing requirements. This is not a complete list and only a general overview of some exceptions. Please review the Locksmith Licensing Statute for a complete list of exemptions. According to the Locksmith Licensing Act, certain individuals don't need a license. These include property owners. If you're a property owner, you can rekey your own locks or install new ones without needing a license, as long as you're doing the work on your own property. This means you don't need to be licensed to change locks in your own home or business. Law enforcement officers. Police officers and other law enforcement personnel don't need a license when they're using locksmithing skills as part of their official duties. This doesn't mean an off-duty officer can go off shift and do locksmithing. Certain emergency services. In some cases, fire departments or emergency responders may be exempt from the licensing requirements when dealing with situations where access is urgently needed, like rescuing a person trapped in a building. There are some others as well. Towing services when they're towing a vehicle, a car dealership when it's selling a vehicle, an auto shop when it's working on the vehicle, a repo company when it's repossessing a vehicle. Now you might be wondering, if some people don't need a license, why is it so important to choose a licensed locksmith? There are actually some very good reasons to make sure the person you hire is properly licensed. A licensed locksmith has gone through a rigorous background check and testing process. In North Carolina, to obtain a locksmith license, you must pass a criminal background check to ensure you're trustworthy with sensitive security matters. Complete the required testing to demonstrate understanding of installing, repairing, and servicing locks and security systems. Understand the laws surrounding lock and key services to ensure you're complying with state regulations. This means when you hire a licensed locksmith, you're hiring someone who has proven their knowledge, trustworthiness, and commitment to legal and ethical practices. So what happens if you hire an unlicensed locksmith? Well, there are a few risks you should consider. An unlicensed locksmith may not have the necessary knowledge to properly handle your lock and key needs, leading to subpar work. They might cut corners, leaving your locks vulnerable or causing damage to your property. Lack of accountability. Without a license, there's no formal system in place to hold them accountable if something goes wrong, like damaging your lock or failing to meet your security needs. The potential for fraud. Unfortunately, unlicensed locksmiths may not have your best interest in mind. Some may overcharge you or even use your personal information for fraudulent purposes. There are many things to consider, especially when adding or changing locking hardware or access control in businesses. If upgrades are not done to compliance with relevant life safety codes or ADA compliance if applicable, as well as other applicable regulations, the work performed could open a business to liability. If in violation, it could wind up costing more than doing the job correctly the first time. By hiring a licensed locksmith, you're ensuring that the person you're trusting with your security is qualified, legal, and backed by a regulatory system. Your peace of mind is worth it. So how do you make sure the locksmith you're hiring is licensed? It's easy. Simply ask for their full name. Verify it through the North Carolina Locksmith Licensing Board's website. Any reputable locksmith should be happy to provide this information. Customers can ask to see a licensed locksmith ID card. I encourage the public to ask for it. As a licensed locksmith, you are ethically required to produce it upon demand by any customer or person that has lawful interest. In other words, a property owner when on their property, even though you may not be the customer, law enforcement, or etc. As a licensed locksmith in North Carolina, you should always have your locksmith license ID card with you and ready to present when performing any work covered under the Licensing Act. Just as a side note, people are licensed, not companies, at this time. To wrap it up, the Locksmith Licensing Act exists to protect you, ensuring that you're getting quality service and the security you deserve. So next time you need a locksmith, remember to ask for that license and verify it. It can make all the difference in keeping your property safe. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with videos as they drop. Also, please send any questions or suggestions for future videos to the board. Thank you.